Greetings, my dear friends. Happy Monday to all of you. So friends, I have important news. Many Americans can expect to see a Social Security monthly benefit increase in just a few weeks. President Biden and several other lawmakers have proposed new relief legislation that would provide all eligible Americans with an extra $2,400. This money is aimed to help ease financial hardships for the American people. So friends, please make sure you watch until the end of this video for all the details. Also, I will be giving away 4 $75 Walmart gift cards 4 days a week. If you would like to enter the giveaways, please make sure you click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning the Walmart gift card giveaways.
They are gathering at the White House later today to crow about 8.3% year-over-year increase in inflation, like that's some sort of victory. And I just would remind people that when President Biden took office in January of 2021, the inflation rate was 1.4%. So they may be taking a victory lap at the White House, but I can tell you one thing, the American people are not, because they are feeling the direct impact of this every single day. What this report also showed was that the price of food and groceries has gone up 13.5% year over year, the highest rate of increase since 1979, back when I was a senior in high school. And as Roy Blunt has pointed out, the real rate of inflation, if you go back to January of 2021 to roll forward to today, isn't 8.3%, it's 13.2%. These numbers are staggering, and the White House seems to be just in absolute denial of what impact this is having on the American people and their budgets. And I see it in agriculture. One of the reasons, obviously, that food is increased at the grocery store, too, is because inputs for American agriculture have increased dramatically. In fact, this year will be the record year in terms of gross farm receipts. In other words, top-line revenues in agriculture, highest ever, 14% increase over last year, and yet they're going to show an inflation-adjusted net farm income reduction of 1%. Highest cash receipts ever, historically, and yet a reduction in inflation-adjusted cash income. And that's why when you look at the cost of fertilizer since 2020, it's gone up 84%. Cost of fuel and oil has gone up 35% since 2020. You look at these increases and what it costs to produce a crop this year, and you can see why all these, throughout the entire food chain, the impact inflation is having, ultimately felt by the American consumer and the American family who are paying for these much higher prices at the grocery store. This is an example, again, of just the complete split screen you see in this country between the White House, celebrating, taking the victory lap down there this afternoon, and the American people dealing with the reality left by the policies of this administration, who still don't get it. They continue to celebrate the tax increases, the amount of spending they're doing, and inflation continues to choke the American people.
If you receive Social Security benefits, it is important to mark a specific date on your calendar. That date is October 13, 2022. That is the date when the Social Security Administration is likely to announce how big a raise that you will receive for next year. But you do not have to wait until then to have a pretty good sense of what the next cost of living adjustment will be. The Social Security Administration calculates annual COLAs by comparing the averages of the CPI-W for the third quarter in the current and previous years. Your Social Security increase will match the percentage year-over-year increase. Analysts have said that if we assume that the CPI-W for September will be the same as it was for August, then the COLA calculation would be a slightly lower COLA of 8.7%. Inflation has moderated a little over the past couple of months. There is reason to expect that the trend will continue. Fuel prices are lower. Housing prices have also begun to decline. But it's possible that inflation could fall at a faster rate in September than it did in previous months. For example, the prices of many products sold in August reflected higher transportation costs because they were shipped before fuel prices began to slide. Those prices could decline as lower transportation costs are factored in. And no matter what happens with inflation this month, it's a near certainty that Social Security recipients will receive their biggest COLA in 4 decades. Unfortunately, though, this increase still might not be enough to completely offset the higher cost of living. Some areas of the United States experience worse inflation than other cities. Also, retirees will not receive their benefit increase until January, but in the meantime, many seniors could have to keep paying historically high prices for many products. There are more than 48 million Americans that receive a retired worker benefit from Social Security. The vast majority of these recipients are reliant on the program just to make ends meet during retirement. One of the most important things to remember is that Social Security is an indispensable source of income for most Americans. That is what makes the program's annual cost of living adjustment announcement during the second week of October so important. Friends, the key word for this video is Pike Place Market. If you would like to enter tomorrow's Walmart gift card giveaway, please click and like several of my videos and comment below this keyword, which is Pike Place Market, and additional keywords of any video of mine that you watch. And do make sure, friends, that you are subscribed to my channel. Supplemental Security Income beneficiaries will get 2 checks in September for a maximum sum of $1,682. But the second check is not extra money. In months where bank holidays occur, that pushes up the distribution date for these payments. In October, SSI beneficiaries will receive no payment. The maximum check is $841 in 2022 for eligible individuals for this federal program, which provides support to disabled, blind, and elderly people who have little or no incomes. The average monthly benefit is $624. Managing money for the 8 million beneficiaries who rely on SSI benefits can be very difficult. That is because they face strict asset and income rules, many of which have not been updated since the program was created in 1972. Most of the program's beneficiaries are within 150% of the federal poverty level, and this is according to recent research from the Urban Institute. Because some U.S. states may supplement SSI, that may help some beneficiaries get above the federal poverty level. But still, millions of beneficiaries struggle financially. Richard Johnson, director of the program on retirement policy at the Urban Institute, has told reporters, SSI just provides a bare-bones support for older people and people with disabilities. It really highlights how little support we provide for the most vulnerable Americans. SSI benefits are long overdue for an upgrade. That could be poised to change as Washington lawmakers show an increased interest in updating the program. This spring, the 2 U.S. senators from Ohio, Democrat Sherrod Brown and Republican Rob Portman, have introduced a bill that would let beneficiaries set aside more money without jeopardizing their eligibility for the benefits. The proposal has also drawn co-sponsors from both sides of the aisle. That includes Senator Ron Wyden, chair of the Senate Finance Committee, who has vowed to push for progress on it this year. Advocates hope it will be just a first step towards modernizing the program. Well, my amazing and beautiful friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Monday. Thank you, my friends, for joining me every day and watching all of the videos I post. Tomorrow, I'll be announcing a winner for the Walmart gift card giveaway. So please remember to enter the keywords in the comment section below and do stay tuned for that video. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful and blessed Monday.
An outright majority say they're experiencing financial hardship. A third of the country says they're struggling to meet basic family needs. One parent shopping for school supplies recently told reporters, "I had to start early because the prices are so high." Being a parent, I wanted to give them the world. Sometimes I wish I could give them more. But the back-to-school rush isn't the only headache facing working families. Since President Biden and this all-Democratic government took office, prices on grocery store essentials from meat to produce have seen double-digit percentage increases. Some household items like furniture are over 20% more expensive than they were on Inauguration Day. The diesel fuel that moves practically everything through the supply chain and onto store shelves is up nearly 80% since President Biden put his hand on the Bible. Households' electric bills are up an average of 20% since January of 2021. Commuting and running errands cost more, with gasoline up 70%. And as fall and winter approach, homes that burn fuel oil are set to be more than 75% more expensive simply to keep warm. The American people know who created this mess. They remember quite well how Washington Democrats spent the spring of 2021 dining out on left-wing spending and leaving taxpayers to pick up the bill. And poll after poll has shown they're overwhelmingly dissatisfied with what President Biden and his party have done since then. One survey found 5 consecutive times that more than 70% of Americans say our country is headed in the wrong direction. But that hasn't stopped Washington Democrats from calling the same disastrous play over and over and over again. For months. Our colleagues' primary focus was on repeating the mistake they made in 2021. And in August, on a party line vote, they did it. In the teeth of the worst inflation in over 40 years, every single Democrat